Hey guys, it's Caitlin here, and before I start off today's video, I just want to remind you guys that we have a fan art competition going on right now. If you want to know all the details, you can look in the first line in the description box below. There will be a video explaining everything. You have until November 14th, so get drawing. Okay, and for today's video, I'm going to be doing homeschooling versus regular school. So if you don't know, I am homeschooled. I have been homeschooled since 9th grade. Before in elementary school and middle school, I had some other homeschooling experiences, but most of the time I was in a regular school, which not public school, but like Christian school. Small Christian schools, where there's like 100 people in the school, which is very, very little. So today, I'm just going to be comparing them. Totally my opinion. This is not based on facts or anything. It's just from my experience. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with being homeschooled. Now, there are definitely pros and cons to being homeschooled. So, some of the pros of being homeschooled is you can sleep in. Because when you are homeschooled, you can start whenever because you can end whenever also. So this is definitely one of my favorite ones because I remember going to school. I woke up at like 6:30, and now I wake up at 9 or 10, so that's a big lie, and I'm very happy for that. Another good thing about homeschooling is you can work at your own pace. So if there's like something that's a bit harder, you can like go over it for a couple of days instead of just having to get it done in a certain amount of time, like you would in a regular school where you have like 45 minutes of class time, where in homeschooling you can get it done whenever. Also, if you're sick, you can skip school days, and it's not really like you can do school if you feel like you can. But if you can't do school, then you can just sleep all day. Sleeping and rest is what you need to get better, so that's what you do when you're homeschooled, is you sleep if you're sick. Also, with homeschooling, you can listen to music while you're working. I personally can't because I get way too distracted, but my sister does it sometimes, and I know Catherine does it because she's homeschooled also. So you can listen to music. I listen to music during art because you really don't need to read stuff, you're just drawing and stuff. So I love that about homeschooling. You can listen to music, which is awesome. Also, when you're homeschooled, you can eat whenever you'd like. You don't have to wait for lunch or snack time. Just eat when you're hungry, which is good because sometimes I get hungry throughout the day, so I get a snack. So I get a snack because I'm homeschooled and I can do that. When you're homeschooled, you have a very flexible schedule. So, say you also have friends who are homeschooled, like I did when I lived back where Catherine lives, and they're like, hey, let's get together and go to a park or whatever. You can either do just a few subjects in the morning before you go to the park, or you just don't do anything and just go to the park and have fun, and you don't do school for that day. It's really quite amazing. Now, here are some cons about homeschooling. You don't have your friends around you all the time like you would in a regular school. Now, for me, this is one of my least favorite things about homeschooling because I really like being around my friends and stuff. So if you don't go to school, you don't have that many friends around you. Sometimes when you're homeschooled, you get a part of a homeschool group, and every couple of weeks or a couple of days in the week you can get together and stuff, go on field trips. But we've never really been a part of that, so from my experience, we've never had that. So the thing I like about regular school is being able to see your friends every day. Another con about being homeschooled is you don't have a teacher who's educated in a specific subject to help you if you're stuck. I mean, Google is great and all, but personally I like when a teacher is there who knows what they're doing, who's able to converse with you and help you with whatever you're stuck on. Now, I mean, my mom can help me, but I'm a senior, and she really doesn't know stuff about senior stuff. And my dad could probably help me, but he's at work, and I don't want to have to do school when he gets home like 5 o'clock because that's just dumb. And the last con that I'm going to talk about for being homeschooled is you get distracted easily. At least I do. There's tablets that distract you. There's animals that distract you. There's family members that distract you. Everything is distracting. My mind wanders a lot. So I should probably be able to control myself and not get distracted, but it's hard. But sometimes, most of the times, I can just get schoolwork done. But then there's some days where I'll be doing school and then I think of something, I look it up, and then 10 minutes I've wasted on the internet just looking up at random things. So being in a school setting, you're sitting down, facing the teacher. Most of the time you aren't distracted, but you can get distracted, obviously. And now for the pros about going to school. As I said before in the cons section of homeschooling, when you go to regular school, you're with your friends for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then you see them on the weekends sometimes, which I think is so fun because I love hanging out with my friends. So that is a pro of going to regular school. Again, as I said before, there are teachers to help you there. They can correct your work right then and there and help you through it. You don't have to look it up on Google or ask your parents, who then have to look at the teacher's book and then just say, just write this down. That really doesn't help me learn. That's just telling me the answer and having me write it down. That's not helping. Also, when you go to a school, there are fun school activities like football games, basketball games, volleyball games. Like the Spirit Week is fun. Other things, just like random little things like field day and all those other things. They're so much fun. When I went to school back in 8th grade, I had so much fun going to football and basketball games, and then my own volleyball games because I played volleyball. I also played basketball, but we won't talk about that. I was horrible. Also, every school I went to, my parents were teachers, so I would become friends with the other teachers' kids, and then after school, when your parents stay to like grade homework or something, you gotta hang out with your friends. If you had a study hall, you did all your homework already, and then just hang out in the gym shooting hoops or out on the playground, because when you're a middle schooler, you never get to go on the playground anymore, which is really dumb, but whatever. So you go out on the playground and play around on there. It was just fun. And now for the cons of regular school. So the first one is homework. You had homework to do. If you didn't get it done in study hall, or you were busy with something else in study hall, then after school you had homework to do, and that would take away from you hanging out with your friends or playing outside and other stuff like that. You had to get your homework done or you'd fail the class. So again, waking up early was horrible. It's like 6:30 in the morning. Why am I awake? I'm gonna be sleeping. So yeah, just waking up early in general is a bad thing. I'm gonna be so good at having a job and having to wake up early. And a con can be the teachers. Sometimes you just get those teachers that you don't like and they can give you a hard time. Sometimes teachers can be a con to going to actual school. And last, you can't chew gum in school. Like, what is that? I love chewing gum. Why can't you chew gum? The last school I went to, you couldn't chew gum, but I did anyways. So I guess I'm a rule breaker. Okay, so that's all. That's all of my advice. Well, not advice. That's all of my input on homeschooling versus regular school. So I hope this was helpful. If there's anyone out there trying to decide or trying to convince their parents to homeschool them, then I hope this helps give you a little insight into someone's life, me, who has done both. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget about the contest, the drawing contest thing, because we want to see you guys' drawings. We really do enjoy viewer interaction. I also want to say thank you for 41 subscribers. I know it might not seem like a lot, but we started from 0 and now we're at 41. 41. One of these. I'm not sure. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!